Coaches are hoping that they wait for 4 quarters first.
Well, Jeff Beck back to kick the ball away. Hey, right out of our talk, and we're into the ball game right away. And going to be taken up front. Going to be Brett King with the ball across the right side. He breaks loose up across the 35. Finally wrestled out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, where the Tigers will put the ball in play. First down and 10. Boy, I just blew an excellent trivia question about Purvis and Hershiser. You know, I blew an excellent trivia question.
King doing a good job getting up the right sideline. Finally run out of bounds by Richie Baird for the Tipton Blue Devils. So Alexandria is going to start over 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
You know, round ball. They can start practicing at 1 minute after 12 tonight.
And you know Hamilton Hamilton Heights is going to do that.
And so is the Cardinals at Ball State. Majerik's going to bring them out. Mark Hans now with the pro-I formation behind him. Eden and King. Gets the call, going to flip back to King across the left side. Got one man to beat, finally beats him, and he picks up about 1 yard at the most. Jeff Beck, the quarterback for Tipton, in there on that play, and it looked like maybe a little clip from behind on him.
Well, Brett King did a good job, seeing he wasn't going to be able to get the outside, cut in off a nice block out there by Craig Eden. Picked up about 1 yard, going to be 2nd down and 9 now for the Alexandria Tigers.
Hang on, I just noticed in the program, 46-87, both Jeremy Johnson. Is he going to wear both numbers here tonight for us? 46 just came in the ball game. They got him listed, Jeremy Johnson, also as 87, something we might keep our eyes on. Pro-I formation again for the Alexandria Tigers. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Hans awaits the snap from center, has it, fakes, keeps it himself, picks up the 1st down as he moves across the 30-yard line, midfield, all the way down to about the 47-yard line. Great fake that time. Mark Hans taking the ball, faking a pitch like to Craig Eden, who moved to the right side. Hans kept the ball right off guard on the left side, and he moved up. Jim Johnson will have the yardage here for you shortly. But they go into Tipton territory. 1st down, 10 yards to go from the Blue Devil 48.
Hans doing a good job there. Might have been a little screw up in the backfield or misdirection, but picks up 15 yards, 1st and 10 now for the Alexandria Tigers.
Line of scrimmage, once again, the 48-yard line of the Blue Devils. Wide to the right. Here we come. Hang on. Brett King, but he's hit a ton. Tried the left side of the line just as he got there, though. About 3 Blue Devils. Among them was Chris Smith coming up to make the hit. And Brett's still able to pick up 1 yard at the most. 2nd down, 9, 10.5 minutes left to go. We're in the 1st quarter.
Sam Matthews up there, one of the linebackers, real quick also on the tackle. A pickup of 1, 2nd down and 9 now for Alexandria.
Travis Garrett in with the play for the Tigers as Fred Avent shuffling the plays in and out. Andy DeRussa, the 6', 253-pound sophomore, who's going to be a dandy player, back into the ball game now on the offensive line for Alexandria. They break the huddle wide to the right side. This time is going to be Travis Grant. They split somebody to the left also. Stick with that pro-I formation. Mark Hans, the junior quarterback, has the ball, fakes, drop bound, looks downfield. Brandon Allen's open. He throws the short man, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Brandon Allen. You can see further down the field, though, Travis Garrett that time, Jim, ran the deep pattern, standing down there wide open. There's where you talk about quarterbacks looking off one and going to another one.
Brandon Allen was open, but Hans just let him a little bit too much. 3rd down and 9 now for Alexandria from the 47-yard line.
Now Gary Waymeyer comes into the ball game with the play for the Alexandria Tigers. 9:44 left to go here in the opening quarter. The Alexandria Tigers hosting the Tipton Blue Devils. First offensive drive of the game. 3rd down. 9 to go from about the 47-yard line. Pro-I formation. Hans is back. A draw play to King. Run King across the 40. Moves down inside the 35. Down to about the 33-yard line. Another 1st down for the Tigers. He moved the ball from about the 47-yard line down to the 33. A gain of close to 14 yards for Brett King. And you talk about the quick starts, the 5'7", 145-pounder. Jim Johnson, he had the ball, was to the line of scrimmage before they could figure out he had it.
2 straight 1st downs now for the Alexandria Tigers, mixing the plays up real well. And that's something that this Alexandria offensive line can do. The Tipton running that 44 defense, it's easy to spread them out, and that draw play it could be a good one tonight.
Todd Breeze to the left side. Darren Key splits wide to the right. Hans again gets the snap from center, gives to Eden the 1st man through, and Craig Eden blasts his way down to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards, going to make it 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Craig Eden, really an underrated fullback, 5'10", 210 pounds, does a heck of a job blocking for Brett King. Once he has the ball, he's a bullish type runner, Jim.
Yes, he is. Loves to run up through the middle and picks up about 3 yards. Going to be 2nd down and 7 now for the Alexandria Tigers.
Tigers on the attack. The clock running. 8:50 left to go, 1st quarter. The 1st offensive drive. Breaking the huddle first is going to be Todd Pyle, the center for the Alexandria Tigers. He's a dandy. 6', 245 pounds, just a junior. Wideouts to both sides of the field. Go to the pro set. Hans back, looks downfield, looks for one receiver all the way. Pass is thrown and incomplete. Thrown to in the direction of Jeremy Johnson, and Jim Johnson right off the fingertips.
Lauren Weeks doing a good job on the Tipton defense, but Jeremy Johnson's open. Like you said, once again, Mark Hans just a little bit overthrown him.
A little bit overthrown, but you take a look at Mark Hans breaking that arm prior to the start of the season, coming back, and like you say, really only his third game of the season. This kid's just a junior. He has a good arm. He's going to be a heck of a player next year.
3rd down and 7 for the Alexandria Tigers.
Up on the line, Mark Poe, 6'1", 210 pounds. He also is a senior, doing a lot of that great offensive blocking. Pro set formation. Hans this time to King, and King battles his way down to about the 27-yard line. Pardon, the 27-yard line. Is that correct? That is correct. Going to be 4th down, and Jim Johnson, we're faced with the first crucial, I think, decision of the night. 4th down and about 4 yards to go.
Well, they'll go for it. They're deep in Tipton territory on about the 27-yard line, so they'll definitely go for it.
Darren Key, the 5'10", 145-pound sophomore, bringing the play in for Coach Fred Abad, and here come the Tigers on the attack. The Blue Devil defense, they've got the rise of the occasion. Lauren Weeks out there trying to get the Blue Devils fired up. Here come the Tigers at you. Pro-I formation. Look for another draw. That's exactly what it is. Another draw to King, and King has the first down as he gets inside the 20-yard line, down to about the 19-yard line. You knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, and he still got it. About 5 yards on the carry. They needed 4. He picks up about 5. 7.5, 7:50 left to go here in the first quarter. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 from about the 20-yard line. Brett King can run that draw like it's supposed to. You know, you couldn't draw it any better than that on the board, Jim.
Well, Alexander's come out showing that they're going to throw a little bit, so it's keeping that defense honest.
Keeps it honest as can be. Boy, what an astute person you are. Todd Brees breaks wide to the left side. Wide to the right is going to be Gary Waymar, pro-I formation. Brett King again can't find a hole. Gets out to the left. Going to pick up maybe 2 yards as the most. And he advances the ball down to about, make it 3, down to the 17-yard line. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Defense to play very well, but the thing about King, designed to go off tackle with the play, saw the opening wasn't there, dipped the shoulder, and went outside. Picks up to about 3 yards.
Rich Pettigo and Lauren Weeks up there real quick reading that sweep for the Alexandria Tigers. Pick up of 3, 2nd down and 7 now for Alexandria from the Tipton, what is that, about 17-yard line?
17-yard line. 17-yard line. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Tigers on a roll so far. Pro set formation. Hans has a snap from center. Going to be Craig Eden. Off the part, that's going to be King off the right side of the line. See what they did? They lined him up the fullback position that time, Jim. Lined him up there, and King moves the ball for about 2 yards, give him 3 yards on the play. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Another big play right here. 3rd and 5. Big play, 3rd down. Well, you'd sure like to pick up about 4 on your 3rd downs, then you have to worry about only getting 1 the final time.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a little sprint out pass here and now, maybe waste a down if they have to.
Okay, we'll see what they're going to do. They stick with the pro set formation. King, a left back. This time it's going to be Craig Eden. And Craig Eden he fumbled the ball. Looked like did the ball break loose on him. Craig Eden moved very, very close, and he picks up that 1st down. No, the ball did not squirt loose. The ball is right at the 10-yard line. Let's see, can he? It's inside the 10-yard line, Jim. So we're faced right now, the Tigers are, on the 9-yard line. 1st down, goal to go. 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Alexandria moving the ball very effectively right now. That offensive line just controlling the line of scrimmage, opening up some nice holes for King and Eden.
Well, you talked about, what the Tigers would have to do on defense, defense the pass. But what Tipton has to do here is defense this versatile Tiger attack. Hans keeps the ball himself. Now finally gets off to Craig Eden across the left side of the line, and Craig battles his way down inside the 5-yard line, gets down to about the 3-yard line. Good gain that time by Craig Eden. 2nd down and goal. The ball at the 3-yard line. 5.5 minutes left to go the opening quarter. Still no score, but the Tigers are really threatening. Darren Key brings into play right now. Which way is Brett King going to run?
I think Brett King will go out the left side of that line on a little delay.
They like to run the left side of the offensive line. Here come the Tigers on the attack. Brandon Allen, slot left formation, pro set formation. King along with Eden, and it's going to be Eden gets the carry. The fake to King, he was the lead runner there. The fake to him, Craig Eden got it, and I think Craig is going to lose 1 and, well, just giving him 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Really, the play lost a yard, Jim, but as far as play selections, you know, we said King. I imagine Tipton 100% was thinking King too, the fake to him, and then do the trail back, the handoff to Eden. A good call.
Excellent call. Just took a lot of time to get it set up, a little slow in the backfield, and Tipton's defense doing a good job of reading it, throwing him for a 1-yard loss, 3rd down and 4, and goal to go.
You got to punch it in. Yeah, I think if you don't pick it up here, you go for it on 4th down. Here come the Tigers. Wide out to the right side of the field is going to be Reynolds, and we're looking back. They're throwing the ball. Hans, and he overthrew the intended receiver, who was Jeremy Johnson, who was split wide to the right side, and that pass just not on target at all, Jim. Way over the head of Johnson.
Well, Matt Hans doing a good job reading the field there. Defense doing a good job. It was number 82 for Tipton, Steve Ripberger, one of the cornerbacks. Excellent coverage on Waymar. 4th. We do have a flag down on the play, though.
And they're talking to Tipton, so it looks like it could be against the Alexandria Tigers. Let's see if it's not a major penalty. I would think they might decline it, but they're really ripping the yardage off. And you talk about major, you have a holding call against the Alexandria Tigers. Instead of 3rd and 3 from the 3-yard line, Jim, they're faced with 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line. That's quite a setback.
As it was, and of course a definite passing situation here, so Tipton going to be able to loosen that defense up a little bit.
Well, here they go.
There's always that draw play.
Yeah, very, very effective. Wide to the left side, Todd Brees. Wide to the right is going to be Gary Waymire. Pro set formation. Hans this time fakes, looks back, throws, completes it out to Brendan Allen. And Brendan Allen finally wrestled out of bounds as he gets down to about the 8-yard line. Nice play there. Gain of 8 yards for the Tigers. Hans to Brandon Allen. You just, you know, when you're thinking about talking about the Alexandria offense, you have to get that ball in the hands of Brett King or Brandon Allen. I think they are the keys, the two most, you know, exciting ball players when it comes to what you call Mr. Excitement that you can see anywhere around this area.
Brandon Allen doing a good job of getting that ball. Defended very well. Just wanted a little more. Tucks it in, picks up 8 yards. 4th down and 8 now for Alexandria. Goal to go.
Todd Pyle and the rest of the Tigers now out on the attack. Wide to the right is going to be Gary Waymire. Pro set formation. 4th down and goal from the 8. Hans back. He looks downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. The pass is intercepted in the end zone. Intended for Todd Brees. Ball should never been thrown that time, Jim. 3 to 4 receivers right around Brees, and he didn't look him off at all. He just went right to the primary receiver from the word go.
Well, of course, Tipton knew they were going to throw the ball. 4th down and 8. Alexandria doing a good job moving it down the field, but just couldn't get the score. Turns it over now to Tipton. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 4:05 to go in this 1st quarter.
Well, good try there by Alexandria, but you know they come up empty-handed. Boy, it's a great place to jump off with a 6-zip or 7-zip lead. They come up empty-handed. Now the Blue Devils come out. Wide to the right, left side is going to be Aaron Toll. He's just a junior, 5'9", 155-pound pro set formation. And the Blue Devils, first time they have had the ball here tonight. Beck drops back, going to put in the air right away. Looks at one receiver, shuts him off, turns down, and fires complete to Aaron Toll across the middle of the field to pick up a 15-yard line. 15 yards, advance the ball up to the 35-yard line. Right there, Jim Johnson, you saw what we talked about in the pregame. He can look off one receiver, look off 2, and finally go to the 3rd one. That time he went to the 2nd receiver, but an excellent job there by the quarterback, Jeff Beck.
You're right, trying to get it to the outside, the right side of the field, but Toll coming out of the backfield, like you said, I think that is probably his 3rd choice, but picks up 15 yards, 1st and 10 now for Tipton.
The Blue Devils on attack. Mike Jude along with Eric Pierce in the backfield for the Blue Devils. Snap from center, it's going to be Jude across the right side, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, give him 1 yard, advances the ball across the 35-yard line to the 36, make it 2nd down, and they're going to give him, well, boy, more than I thought, 3 yards. 2nd down, 7 yards to go now. Gain of 3 yards for Mike Jude, 5'9", 165-pounder. He's a senior, good runner. Now Jeff Beck breaks the huddle, brings the Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Aaron Toll spits wide to the left side. Pro set formation. Now they come out of that. They go slot left formation. 1 back behind Beck. Beck scrambles out, looks downfield, has a player wide open, throws out here, and does complete the pass. Completed to Brian Phillips. And the gain is going to be short of the 1st down quite a few yards, but does advance the ball up to about the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Looks awful lot of those receivers, you know, a real confident kid back there. I think he plays the quarterback position with as much confidence as anybody we've seen, Jim.
Well, he's got a lot of confidence in the offensive line. Know he's going to get a lot of time to look off those first primary and secondary receivers, and just has a lot of time to look around. 3rd down and 4 now for Tipton.
One of the captains, Rich Pettigrew, who goes 6 foot, 185 pounds, the senior, doing a great job up there on the left side of the line for the Tipton Blue Devils. Pro set formation. Here they come at you, and it's going to be Jude across the line of scrimmage, and he gets the 1st down as he moves up to about the 40. No, that's going to be Pierce on the call. Eric Pierce, number 87, gets the call. A 1st down as he moves up close to the 50-yard line, the 49-yard line. Very, very unusual, the number 87 coming out the backfield. Every time you see it, you think it's a wide receiver or, you know, a tight end, Jim. But when they put that 87 in the backfield, very, very confusing. Why do they do it? Any reason at all?
I have no idea.
The kid just likes to wear 87.
Likes number 87, that's right. 1st and 10 now for Tipton from the 49-yard line.
Both teams have advanced the ball very, very well. They leave Jude as the lone back behind Beck. Send Pierce in motion to the left. Jude gets the call around the short side, the right side. He crosses the midfield stripe, the 45, works his way down and finally out of bounds as he gets down to about the 39-yard line. Inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line for the Tipton Blue Devils. They remember this drive started at their own 20. Now they're at the Alexandria 39-yard line. 1st down, 10 to go, 1:40 left to go in the ball game. And there's our Jack Bowers, who, I'll tell you what, you're talking about a sharp cookie. He knew that Dale Mitchell was the last guy that Darren Larson struck out on October the 8th, 1956. Didn't realize Jack was that old. I think his father probably told him about that, but he was a winner on the Hoosier Hysteria Trivia question last week. 1:48 left to go here in the opening quarter. Back to the pro set formation. Beck looks downfield, finally does throw, goal, and it's thrown out to, what kind of play, Jim Johnson, are you going to call that? Pass thrown out to Mike Jude, but he could go, or David Kurtz could go nowhere at all.
He slipped as he was trying to get some footing to turn upfield, picked up about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 now.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. You're talking about a team that mixes up the plays very well. You saw Alexandria do that on their drive. You come right down on this offensive drive, and you're seeing the Blue Devils do the very same thing.
Beck 3 out of 3 so far tonight, and he has 3 different receivers he's connected on.
In the slot to their left side is going to be Sam Muller for the Tipton Blue Devils. Pro set formation. Beck back. He looks downfield, wants to throw, has some time, finally gets it off, and pass intended for Aaron Toll. Nowhere at all. He had a big rush on him that time, and finally Jeff Beck just let that ball fly. He was smart enough, though, to throw the receiver on the sidelines over his head.
Good pass defense by number 88, Matt Reynolds, for the Alexandria Tigers. So now Tipton a little bit with their back to the wall. 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and 8. The ball at the Alexandria 37-yard line. Clock running. We have less than a minute to go now. Opening quarter, no score. Alexandria threatened, but had the 1st down and 3 taken away with a major penalty. Now we have got a flag on the field. We had delay of game or illegal procedure. Which one, Coach?
I'm sure it's going to be someone lining up offside.
Right.
One of the weirdest rules the IHSA ever came up with.
I don't. You know, you should wait for the snap of the ball before that penalty is called. Terrible.
Offside against Tigers.
How about that? Ole Miss ahead of Elwood 8-0 in the 2nd quarter. Misses Cinewall. Gonzo Barajas and the crew have an 8-0 lead over Elwood in the 2nd quarter.
3rd down and 2.
That's a good one. Boy, that's going to be a dandy ball game. 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Here come the Blue Devils. Jude, Pierce stay in the backfield. Wide to the left side. David Kirst, Aaron Toll split wide right. Beck awaits the snap from center. Finally has it. Fakes finally gives the ball off to Pierce, and he moves for the 1st down, I believe. Going to be close, but I think he's got it, Jim, as he moves down close to about the 27-yard line. The official says he has it, so a big play there for the Tipton Blue Devils, able to come up with that 1st down play. And I didn't think Hurst would be the one that had the ball.
And, of course, penalty didn't help a whole lot. No. Alexandria had him 3rd and 8, then get that penalty blown against him and change it to 3rd and 2, and Pierce just enough for the 1st down. But nonetheless, 1st and 10 for Tipton.
That's a dumb call, though. I don't like that penalty at all. Wait till the snap of the ball, then call the kid for lining up, you know, off sides. David Kirst wide to the left side. Jeff Beck back, looks downfield in the direction of Toll. Finally throws short to Kurtz. And make that Pierce, and he brings the ball down as he gets down to about the 17-yard line. going to be close to the first down. At about the 17-yard line, the official keeping. We have an Alexandria Tiger down on the field.
Unable to pick up a number, but he's down over there. And
ball game for the Alexandria Tigers. Second down, 1 yard to go. Clock running. We are at 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Let's see if they get it underway. Back awaits the snap from center. They'll get it underway. Going in motion is going to be Lauren Weeks. The pitch back to Jude across the left side. Finally powers his way down inside the 10-yard line. Moves down to about the 7-yard line. That's going to be the end of the first quarter as Jude moves for a first and goal at the 8-yard line. And we'll be back. You're listening to FM 96.7. Double passing and running. The Tigers have to come up with a big defensive play right here. And the Blue Devils, that front line, boy, a lot of good blocking up there. Eric Miller, 6'4", 195-pound senior, doing an excellent job, along with Brian Phillips, the tight end. Brian, also a senior, goes about 6'2", pro set formation. Back gets it, fakes, looks in the end zone, throws it out in the direction of Toll. Aaron Toll has it, and it's a touchdown.
Completed to Aaron Toll.
Jeff Beck to Aaron Toll, touchdown, 8 yards. 11:54 left to go in the second quarter, and the Tipton Blue Devils raised to a 6-0 lead. Great call there. You say Beck to touchdown. Ray Scott made that famous when he was with the voice of the Green Bay Packers. Star to Darwin. Packer touchdown. Good to I tell you, Aaron Toll can run a pass pattern. Jim, we'll talk about that after the placement here. Brad Green in to put it up. The ball is up, and I'll tell you what, he kicked it almost over the scoreboard. 7-0. Tipton on top. Fine. Second down. Going to be about 6 yards to go. A gain of 4 for Craig Eden.
2nd and 7.
Complement each other real well. Brett King, the speedster. Craig Eden, the power runner. Good blocker.
Craig Eaton, yes, is what I was going to say. An excellent blocker. Has good speed, and Brett behind him, too.
Good man to lead the way for Brett King. Going wide to the right for the Tigers will be Jeremy Johnson. Number 46, pro-I formation. Mark Hans, the quarterback. Boy, a lot of shifting in that Tipton defense. Gives the ball to Brett King, and Brett King gets 1 yard at the most. They've moved it, make it about 1 yard. Third down, and we've got, right around 5 yards. Third down and 6 yards. Third down and 6 yards to go. That time, Brett King at the line of scrimmage, bam, that quick too, but the Tipton Blue Devils, you can see them shifting their defense, Jim.
They move around a lot on defense. They usually go with a 44 initially and then shift around a lot, but Rich Pettigo, one of the linebackers, shot up there real quick and brought Brett King down for a 1 yard pickup. 3rd and 6 now for Alexandria.
Todd Breeze to the left side, wide to the left side for the Tigers, pro-I formation. You got Eden along with King behind Hans. Haas drops back. This time it's going to be to Brett King again, and he slipped. He's going to be thrown for a loss of about 1 yard as he went to cut to the left on the draw play, losing his footing, loses 1 yard on the play. Going to be 4th down, 8 yards to go. 4th and 8, the ball at midfield, and you have to kick it away in this situation, Jim.
We'll see number 90, Jamie Glass, coming in to punt this ball away for Alexandria.
Dropping back deep for the Blue Devils, Lauren Weeks along with Eric Paris. They're back to field the punt. They're standing at their own 18-yard line. Jamie Glass getting ready to kick the ball away. Fake, and it's going to be a short snap to Craig Eden, and good enough for a first down. Jim Johnson, I was glancing around here, just happened to turn around in time to see it. What a surprise there, and the big play for the Alexandria Tigers, keeping that drive alive, moving the ball down inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. First down and 10. Big play, good call.
Craig Eden picks up 10 yards, like you said, this short snap right back to him, right up the line of scrimmage, and finds the hole and picks up 10 yards. 1st and 10 now for Alexandria from the 40-yard line of Tipton.
Big play. Jeremy Johnson hurriedly into the lineup. He'll split wide to the right side. They stick with the pro set formation. King again across the right side of the line, moves the way down inside the 35-yard line to about the 34-yard line. Pick up right at 6 yards on, make it 5 yards on the play. Second down, 5 yards to go. Clock running, 8:20 left to go, first half. Alexandria on the shy side of the 7-0 score. Should have scored the first time they had the ball. Unable to do that because of a penalty. Tipton marches right down the field, 80 yards and scores, and now the Tigers. They've started a drive of their own. Darren Key goes wide to the right, coming to this side. be Todd Breeze. Pro set formation. Mark Hahn's back, gives the first man through, and it's going to be Craig Eden again, and he batters his way down very, very close to the 30-yard line. They'll mark the ball just shy of the 30. It's about the 31-yard line. Third down, and we've got about a yard and a half to go, Jim Johnson.
Alexandria doing a good job in this ball game, mixing their plays up. Offensive line doing a good job of blocking for Eden and Brett King. Brett King has 11 rushes, 48 yards, and Craig Eden 7 rushes for 30 yards.
Greg Clark doing an excellent job in that offensive line for the Tigers. A senior, 204 pounds, doing a great job up front. Wideouts to each side of the field, pro set formation. Hans this time to Eden again, and Eden gets the call as he hammers his way down across the 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to be good enough for a first down, and it is. So the Tigers have a first down and 10 from their Tipton 29-yard line. 7:16 left to go in the opening quarter. Bringing the play in will be Travis Garrett. He brings the play in, and Fred Avant has to be satisfied with the offense of the Tigers here this evening.
There's a lot of confidence in this offense for Alexandria tonight. Last time we saw them, a little tentative, but not at all tonight.
They're just coming right at the Blue Devil defense and doing an excellent job mixing up the calls and driving the football. Hans this time to King across the right side of the line. He moves down inside the 25-yard line. Advances the ball down to the 23-yard line. Nice pick up there. We'll see what they give him from the 29 to 23. Give him 6 yards on the play. Brings up second down and 4 yards to go. Clock continues to run, Jim Johnson. 6.5 minutes. Both teams, the offense tonight, great.
Finally brought down by Steve Ripberger, but nice 6-yard pickup. Second down and 4 for Alexandria.
Up front also for the Tigers, J.B. Silvey, 6'4", 210-pound senior, doing a good job on the left side of that Tiger line. Pro I formation. Hans fakes, keeps the ball himself, could go nowhere at all. You'll give him maybe a yard as he advances to the ball, make it third down and about 3 yards to go. Busted player or designed to go that way?
I think it was a busted play. He turned the wrong way as everyone was going the other way, but he loses about a yard on that. Third down and 4 now for Alexandria. Big third down play here.
Big third down play. The last time they was faced with a situation like this, they got about 3 yards, and they had the fake kick, able to pick up a first down. Let's see what Fred Avant has called this time. They break the huddle. Mark Poe, another offensive lineman, doing an excellent job for the Tigers. Big Mark's a senior. Pro I formation. Big down. Third down and 4. Hans is back. Looks downfield. Sets the ball. Pass intended for Todd Brees, but it's over his head. Pass intended for Todd Brees over his head, and just could not get it to him. Jeremy Johnson and Brees both in the end zone. Johnson wide to the right side in the deep corner there, and Todd Brees breaking to the left side. Good coverage, James.
Eric Pierce doing the defensive coverage on that play, and stride for stride with Todd Brees. In fact, he even had Todd Brees turned a little bit away from the ball. So fourth down and 4 now for Alexandria.
I'll tell you, Richard Restaurant trivia question coming up at halftime, and stay tuned to that, because if you win, you'll get a $10 gift certificate to Richard's Restaurant, either Muncie or Anderson. Had a lot of participants in that this year.
And I went to Richard's to eat earlier in the week.
You did? Well, great. Hans back to pass, looks downfield, throws, he completes the pass. It's going to be very, very close to the first down. Todd Brees was the receiver on the play. They'll measure. Jim, they're very, very close to the first down. What's your call?
I don't believe he made it.
I don't either.
Eric Pierce did a good job on the defense, letting him catch the ball, but played it very well and knocked him back in the placement of the ball. I don't believe Todd Brees made that first down. Excellent defensive play by Eric Pierce for Tipton.
We're going to put the shoulder into the receiver, hell, and they say they have it. Well, that's the second one you've missed this year, isn't it? I was with you. I didn't think he had it from our vantage point. That's not bad. You've called, what, only missed 2 out of 27 times, I think I've asked you about that this year?
I can't believe the Tipton defense didn't want a measurement there.
Oh, I would have called for it. I think you'd have had to call for a measurement, but gives you a little extra time to rest and things like that, but they didn't. So first down and 10 for the Tigers from the Blue Devil 19. I look for Brett King to carry the ball again this time off the left side of the line. Pro set formation. Breeze wide to the right side. Once again, some shifting in the defense for Tipton, and King has the ball, and boy, he squirms his way down shy of the 10-yard line to about the 11-yard line. A gain of, I think they're going to give him 8 yards on the play. 4:50 left to go in the first half.
Found just
Tipton
a
on
little-
top, 7-0. Excuse me, sir.
Found just a little hole there, but good blocking by Jim Moorhead right behind that offensive guard and picks up 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 now for Alexandria from about the 12-yard line.
Jim Moorhead, one of the tri-captains here for the Tigers tonight. 5'11", 201 pounds, a senior. Great block, pro set formation. King make that Eden the ball carrier across the left side of the line. Gained about a yard on the play. The ball's at the 10-yard now line. 3rd down, and they say an even yard to go. 3rd down and about a yard to go. The way they've been moving that ball, Jim, they shouldn't have any trouble picking up this 1st down.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Mark Hans keeping himself just get that 1st down.
Not risk a fumble of any nature at all, handing the ball off to somebody else. Keep it himself. Wide to the right side, Travis Grant. Hans waits the snap from center, has it, and he's going to give it to King, and King gets it as he gets inside the 10-yard line, and we have got a flag, a late flag on the play. Maybe a face mask of some nature?
Maybe a late hit, but they are going to talk to the Alexandria captain.
And that's going to be Jim Moorhead that the official is talking to. It's either a face mask or a late hit. So you know they're going to have the 1st down right now, Jim. I think he made it on the run, but even if he didn't make it, they'll have the 1st down now. 2nd real good drive that the Tigers have had. They've been in this situation before, Jim. Let's see. Major penalty the last time kept them out of the ball game. Mark Hans awaits the snap from center, has it, going to hand off to Eden across the left side of the line, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see if they move it at all. Going to be very, very close to not letting him have any gain at all, and they finally do. He's got a yard. 2nd down.
And about 4.
2nd and 2. I'll call it 2nd down. 2 yards to go for the touchdown. 3 minutes left to go the opening half. King or Eden?
Brett King is going to get the ball.
Brett King's going to get the ball. Okay.
2nd down and
2.
goal to go from the 4.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe a little sprint out pass.
I think they're inside the 4, lined up about the 2-yard line. Here comes Mark Hans with the snap from center. Going to be Brett King across the right side, and he's going to be down there close. We'll see what the officials say. Maybe the Blue Devils have held. The Tigers don't seem to be too elated, so Brett King is going to be a little bit shy of that goal line. Going to be at about the, see where they spot it, less than a yard to go, about 12 inches to go. 3rd down, big play right here. Keep it yourself, right, quarterback?
Oh, yeah, that would be what I call, but I wouldn't be surprised maybe Craig Eden get this ball.
Coming out of the ball game will be Todd Breeze. He gets a break here. Going in will be Darren Key with the play for the Tigers. Key in, he'll come wide to the left. Pro set formation. I pick Hans. He picks Eden to carry the ball. It's going to be Mark Hans across the left side. He's in. Touchdown Tigers. Touchdown Tigers. 7-6. Alexandria finally getting on the board. 2:13 left to go in the 2nd quarter. 7-6 now as the Alexandria Tigers have cut that margin.
Does Fred Avon go for 2 now?
You kick this one. I think you kick it. Don't you, this early in the ball game?
Yeah, I would, but we'll wait to see what happens, and it looks like they are going to kick it. It'll be number 77, Mark Poe.
Mark Poe in to do the placement. Need this one to get tied with the Blue Devils. 2:13 left to go in the 1st half. 7-6. Tipton in front. Poe gets the big foot in. It looks good from here, and the official says it is, and the game is tied. We've got a tie at 7.
Getting any points on the board, and when we talk about points, we got to remember Brad Green, that field goal kicker.
That's right. I think they'll scrib it down there, though. They kick it deep, and Mark Poe to Jude at the 6. He's up to the 10. Now crosses left to the 15. Fights his way back to the 20, up to the 22, and he's finally brought down. Mike Jude advancing the ball up to the 22-yard line, a return of 16 yards, and Mark Poe that time, good kickoff. Probably the best we've seen him have this year, Jim.
Excellent kick. Also went down and got the tackle. Brought down Jude, and Tipton's going to start over 1st and 10 now from the, what about the 23-yard line?
Their own 23-yard line. That puts them 77 yards away from the goal line. A lot of real estate to make up with 2:05 left to go in the 1st half. The game knotted at 7. You look back now, the real big play, the holding penalty against Ellick when they had the ball 3rd down and a goal from the 3. And that stands out right now as the only thing keeping the Tigers from leading this ball game by 7 points. Here come the Blue Devils on attack. Pierce alone back behind Beck. Nice, a lot of protection. Throws downfield, pass is completed. Pass completed for Eric Pierce out of the backfield. Eric Pierce, Jeff Beck. Great combination. We told you earlier in the pregame show, Jim, we talked about the connection there. Jeff Beck, the quarterback, Eric Pierce out of the backfield, who can catch the ball very well. Jim Johnson figuring up the yardage on the play, and the ball advances all the way down to the Alexandria 43-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go, 140, clock runs. We're netted at 7, but the Blue Devils coming out there on the attack right now. Aaron Poe wide to the right. Kurtz goes wide to the left. Pierce along with Jude in the backfield. Beck down. He just throws the ball, and finally it's going to be no. They say pass is incomplete downfield. Pass once again intended for David Kurtz, but Beck just put that ball up for grabs that time, Jim. Not a very wise play at all.
Under a lot of pressure, was trying to unload it, and like you said, threw it in a lot of traffic. He was lucky that wasn't picked off, but it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Tipton.
1:24 left to go in the half. The score tied at 7. The Blue Devils on the attack. They have the ball at the Alexandria 43-yard line. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Wide slot right formation. Pierce drops in the slot. Jude, the lone back behind Beck. Beck back, great coverage. Looks out here in the direction of Pierce, and Eric Pierce has it, and he's finally pushed out of bounds, but he advances the ball down to about the 37-yard line. Make it the 38-yard line. Not good enough for a first down. Puts them about a 3rd and 5 situation. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Bringing the play in for the Blue Devils, Brian Phillips. Good passing attack, Jim.
Excellent passing attack tonight. Jeff Beck is 7 out of 9.
7 out of 9. Excellent. David Kurtz moving to the left side. 2 backs now in the pro set formation behind Beck. He's down, looks downfield, throws the ball. He completes a pass to Toll for the first down as he gets out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Aaron Toll, you're talking about a well-coached ball club right now. You're seeing what you call the professional 2-minute drill right now, Jim. A lot of short passes thrown to the outside of the field where the receiver can get it, grab it, step out of bounds. 1:13 left to go in the first half. And Tipton has brought the ball down to the Alexandria 25-yard line, and they've brought it down here very quickly.
Yes, they have. Like you said, they're just running that classic 2-minute drill, and Jeff Beck doing an excellent job.
Why did they wait till 2 minutes to do something like it? Why didn't the team come out in the opening kickoff and do something like this? Well, the Tigers are going to call a timeout. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. You're listening to FP. Jude remains the lone back behind Beck in the Blue Devil offense. Beck sprints out to the left side, looks downfield, throws short, pass is completed. And that's going to be Brant Griffin. Brant Griffin that time taking the ball, and you talking about a good play call, Jim Johnson. They have mixed it up. They've thrown to a variety of receivers. Very, very close, and it is going to be a first down as Griffin able to advance the ball down inside the 15, call it the 14-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go, 1:06 left to go in the opening quarter. First time, I think, in the games we've had Tipton, Brant Griffin, we called his name.
Very balanced attack tonight for the Tipton Blue Devils. 8 first downs in this ball game, 4 of them by rushing, 4 of them by passing.
This time they've got 3 people wide, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. Pierce, the only back behind Beck, and it's a draw play. He gets it, and Eric Pierce, look at him go. He's into the end zone. I think he scored. He did. Pierce carries for 14 yards. Eric Pierce on a draw play. Great call because they split 2 people way to the right side, 1 way to the left formation. Pierce the only back behind Jeff Beck for the Blue Devils, and it looked like, just pass all the way, but that's not the way it was. Great play, the draw play, good call. Brad Green in to try the placement. The kick is up. It's good, but we have a penalty.
Good, but there are flags.
3 of them saw it. 3 flags on the field. Boy, Brad Green can kick that ball a mile. Plumb out of the field and darn near out of the county on that one.
Penalty's going to be against the Alexandria Tigers. Excuse me, against the Tipton Blue Devils.
The only way I think they can for Oakland, the Red Sox, the Mets, and the Dodgers, that could be one of the answers.
But then it might not be, right?
Might not be either.
Okay.
Brad Green, he'll try another placement. The snap is down. It's held right. Green is up. It's long enough by about a mile, and it's good. And the Blue Devils lead 14-7 with 58 seconds remaining in. Just a junior, one of the finest place kickers in the state of Indiana, all ready to set and kick off for the Blue Devils. 58 seconds to go. We call a squib. Let's see what they're going to do. No, they kick it long, and it's in the direction of King. He takes the ball to 15, just across the 20, the 25. Now works his way up to the 30-yard line. Beats one man, two man, and finally, boy, a great tackle that time by Brad Green, who kicked off. That returned the ball all the way up to the 38-yard line, and Jim Johnson, if Brad Green doesn't come up and make that tackle, it could be goodbye, and the game could be tied again.
That's right. Brad Green did an excellent job getting down there, just a shoestring tackle, but kept him from going all the way. 51 seconds to go in the first half, and Tipton up on Alexandria, 14-7.
That's why I tried to squib her. I really would have. Pro-I formation. The Tigers, they're going to try and get it all here. Try to move that ball down, pick up a first down at a time. Mark Hans pitch back this time to King. He fumbles the ball. King fumbles the ball. You've got two Tigers and one Blue Devil down there. It looks like Alexandria is going to come up with the ball. Keep your eye on, Jim. You're trying to pick up the number.
There's a penalty flag down on the other side of the field, I believe.
Penalty on the play. Looks like Todd Brees was the gentleman who recovered the fumble for the Alexandria Tigers, but we have a penalty. The loss there on the fumble, illegal procedure.
Against Alexandria on the play.
Tipton, sure, I'll tell you what, they'll deny that one because the loss on the play is going to be, what are we going to give it, 5, about 9 yards. Loss of 9 on the play. Second down and a bundle to go. Ball at the 32-yard line. 22 seconds remain. Well, I don't think he tried to get anything at all, Jim. I think he just fallen the ball here and in the half.
I think they'll take one big one.
Take one big one. Okay. Mark Hans awaits the snap from center. Pro-I formation. He has it. Draw play to King across the right side, and Brett King moves the, look at him go, he's across midfield and advances the ball across the 45-yard line down to the 43-yard line. 7 seconds remaining. They shut the clock off to move the chains up. Brett King that time, a great game. Alexandria the first half. We'll see if it is. 7 seconds left to go. Here come the Tigers from their own 42. Mark Hans back. It's going to, and the pass is intercepted. Pass intercepted and pulled down by Jeff Beck. It was a screen pass. And how many times do you see a screen pass intercepted, Jim Johnson? Not many times, I'll guarantee you that. Pass, good call. Pass was intended for Brett King on a screen, but Jeff Beck, wide to the right side, is going to be Aaron Toll for the Blue Devils. Pierce along with Jude remain in the backfield. Now Pierce into the slot left formation. Jude the lone back. Beck is back. Got a flood of receivers downfield. Throws the ball, and it's going to be caught. The pass is caught by Eric Pierce, but that is going to be the end of the first half. You have to give him the yardage on that.
7.
Boy, great pass this time. You can see Jeff Beck.
Take on Minnesota right here on WAXT.
The Tigers kick off. Poe gets the foot in it. It's going deep. Eric Pierce will field the ball at about the 8-yard line. He's at the 10, across the 10 up to the 15. Cuts laterally to the left at the 15 to 20, crosses the 25, and advances the ball all the way up to about the 34-yard line where he's finally brought down. Eric Pierce, great carry that time. Advancing the ball from about the 6-yard line up to the 34-yard line. They'll put the ball in play there. First down, 10 yards to go. And Jim, offensive drives, the big key in the first half. Just one after another by each team. Now we're going to come down here. Look to see now if there have been any defensive adjustments by their side, maybe to shut down the sustained drive we've seen.
Well, of course, Alexander's going to have to shut down that passing attack of Tipton.
Wide to the right side, Aaron Toll for the Blue Devils. Pro set formation. Here they come. Back goes Jeff Beck. Looks downfield. Throws to the left side. Pass completed for a first down on the left side. Thrown out there. We'll have to pick up the number once he comes out of the bench. Can you still get his number there, Jim? I think it's going to be Brian Phillips, number 85.
Number 85, yes.
Brian Phillips. Jeff Beck brings the big right arm, the accurate right arm, out right away. Completes a first down for the Blue Devils. They're getting good for up to the 46-yard line. Gain of about 12, something like that, Jim?
12-yard pickup, 1st and 10 now for the Tipton Blue Devils from the 46-yard line.
One lone man going to be Jude. Remains in the backfield behind Beck. Look for a run, passing formation, but Jude gets the call across the left side, advances the ball up near the midfield, keeps going as he pounds, batters, and rams his way down. Jim, that should have been about a 3-yard gain, but Jude just kept the legs churning, crosses midfield, gets all the way down to about the 44-yard line. I think he's got it. First down.
It's going to be a first down for the Tipton Blue Devils. 2 straight first downs, 2 plays for the Tipton Blue Devils.
Well, they haven't moved the chains yet. No, they moved the ball back. Move the ball back is what they did. So second down, less than a yard to go for the Blue Devils. Alexandria has to come up with a big defensive play on this drive. They have not been able to stop the Blue Devils yet. Only trail 14-7. The Tigers need a play to get back into the tie. Jeff Beck drops back, looks downfield, throws out in the direction. The ball underthrown that time and intended for Eric Pierce. And in the number of passes that he has thrown tonight, that, without a doubt, is the only one I've seen when you could really say, hey, nowhere close to receiver.
Of course, the ball might be getting a little slippery now, but like you said, that's only the 4th incomplete pass he's thrown out of 14 passes tonight.
I'd like to say special thanks to one of the crew members here, Rhonda Spencer. Great at halftime, bringing us up some refreshments here. Rhonda, certainly do appreciate you. Oh, I've known her for a long time. Good gal. One back will be Jude behind Beck. He gets the call across the left side, picks up the first down as he moves down very, very close to the 40-yard line. First down for the Blue Devils. 10.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Alexandria on the short end of a 14-7 score. Tipton out in front. The ball at the 40-yard line. First down and 10. What do you see this one-back formation? They split 2 or 3 out. They keep going to Jude. What about play action this time? The fake to Jude on a play action in the pass.
I'm sure Mike Toll's setting something up like that, but in that first half he was just through, so you can get away with that one-back offense and lull him asleep and then run a dive play with him.
Eric Pierce will come wide to the right side. Still stay with the one-back formation. This time Beck is back, looks downfield, fires, pass is completed out on the right side to David Kurtz, and David Kurtz will come up shy of the first down. He'll pick up about maybe 8 yards on the play. A couple of Tigers there to make the stop, but the thing is, Jeff Beck, the excellent senior quarterback now, just picking the defense apart with those passes.
Clark.
Going to be close to a first down. Pickup of about 9.
Yeah, they're going to make it 9 yards now. Very, very close to that first down. David Kurtz, an excellent receiver for Tipton. 6'5", 190 pounds, a senior. Big target to throw to.
Very big target, got excellent hands. We talked about him in the pregame, and right now Tipton just rolling right back down the field.
Love the refreshment. Still stay with the single back. Reminder, looks a lot like by the Colts offense. This time Jude keeps it. Jude down inside the 20-yard line. Moves down to the 18-yard line, and we've got a flag. Jude moving the ball all the way down from the 18, from the 30 to the 18, a gain of 12. We'll see what the call is going to be. They're calling out the Tipton captain to talk to him. It's going to be against the Tigers. Has to be. Right at 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter, 14-7. Tipton leads the Alexandria Tigers. Pro set formation. Jude along with Pierce in the backfield. Toll splits wide to the right side with David Kurtz. It's going to be Eric Pierce, and Eric Pierce can go nowhere. He goes nowhere. He got right to the line of scrimmage, and I think that's, I know, that has to be the big kid in there coming off the, is that Andy DeRusha in there? I think he's the one that made the big play, Jim. Is that him? Or is he in the ball game?
In there along with number 51, Greg Clark, doing a good job from his linebacker position. A loss of about, now they say just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, big play for the Tiger defense. They need about 2 more of those real quick, but Brad Green well within his range. The Blue Devils could come away here with an easy 3. 2 wideouts to this side of the field. Kurtz along with Toll. Jeff Beck back, looks in their direction, throws that way all the way. The pass is complete, touchdown. Pass is complete to
There's a flag on the play.
David Kurtz, but I think it's going to be against the Tigers. Looks like they might have given him a little shove before the ball got there. Jeff Beck to David Kurtz, touchdown. Blue Devils. We'll wait to see what they are, but I think it's going to have to be pass interference, don't you, against the Tigers, Jim?
Yes, I do. I believe that's what the call is going to be, and of course Tipton will decline it and put the 6 points on the board.
It's 20-7. The Blue Devils over the Tigers with 8:12 left to go, third quarter. Now the official will come over and show us what it is. Offensive pass interference. It has to be. Let's see. Well, we got shoving. Which way is it going to go, Doc? He never did show. He just said shoving. But now he signals touchdown. Aaron Toll will be the holder. Brad Green, the excellent place kicker, in to do the placement. The score is 20-7. Tipton on top of Alexandria with 8:12 left to go third quarter. They finally line up now to get ready for the snap from center. Still awaiting it. They finally get it. It's down. Green's kick is up, and it is good. 21-7. The Blue Devils over Alexandria. Take a short one. We'll be back after this game. Going to have to get out and hustle my way down. Hey, are they lined up?
Might be an onside
kick. Let's see. Excellent time for it. They're in that crazy lineup that you see when you had onside kicks. Here we come, and that's what it's a squib kick. Goes down, it's hard to field. King finally picks the ball up inside the 5, comes back, and he's hit a ton as he gets the ball up to maybe the 10-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for the Tigers, but a lot of real estate to cover. About 90 yards to go. We still have 8:05 left to go in the third quarter, Jim. We've got all kinds of time for Alexandria to get on this board.
Alexandria's moved the ball very well each time they've had the had it on offense, so let's just see if Mark Hans can put something together here with the Alexandria Tigers. 1st and 10.
A reminder, next week we'll be at Elwood for the Elwood-Alexandria game as sectional play opens up here in the state of Indiana. You're still going to come over Monday night for the Burris-Wapahani volleyball game. You're going to be able to make it.
This Monday, probably.
Probably? Well, I'll tell you, got a free ticket for you. Just you walk in the door there, tell them you know me, and
they'll probably throw me in jail.
Sit you right up front. King this time is the ball carrier for the Tigers. Across the left side of the line. Pardon me, that's the wrong call. Craig Eden. I'm wrong. Craig Eden is the ball carrier.
Pick up of about 4 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 6 now for Alexandria.
The backs are 25 and 22, and awful very, very hard to distinguish. Awful hard to tell 25 and 22. I'd like to see the numbers right here on the biceps. I think that would help everybody out. Now Alexandria goes to the I formation. Hans this time back, gives off, and it's going to be King, and he can go nowhere at all. He can go nowhere. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be about it. Do we have an update on the Elwood Mississinawa?
6:32 to go in the third quarter. Elwood's up on Mississinawa 22-15.
Wow, Barajas and Noon, 22-15.
Yes, it is, with 6:32 to go in the third.
Look like Gonzo's scored 15 points and Noon scored about 18.
Alexandria's now got the ball 3rd down and 7. A loss of 1 as Rich Pettigo on the blitz took a chance and knocked the King for a 1-yard loss.
Good blitz that time. You're talking about taking a chance. That was the right time to take it. Here come the Tigers. 3rd down, long yardage. Hans back, looks out, throws out and right, and it's over the head of the intended receiver. It's going to be Travis Garrett, well over his head. Alexandria now, the first time that they have not moved the ball for any kind of a drive into the ball game, will have to punt the ball away. And I don't think at Tipton you put a big rush here at all. You're sitting there with a 14-point lead. You set up the return.
Definitely will. They're going to get this ball in good field position. We see Eric Pierce and Lauren Weeks back to take this punt. They're only standing on about the 48-yard line of Alexandria.
Well, hang on. We'll see where the punt goes. Jamie Glass, the veteran senior, in to do the kicking for the Tigers. The line of scrimmage is the 11-yard line. Oh, it's a short kick, a real short kick, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Well, Alexandria finally does get a roll, and they get the ball up to about the 44-yard line before it rolls out of bounds. But, Jim, that ball could have very easily died about the 35-yard line.
Jimmy Glass, not a good punt, knocked it off the side of his foot and didn't go.
Just a sophomore, good quarterback. Slot left formation. Aaron Toll in the slot. Now they go to wing left, slot left, both. Beck this time keeps it all the way. They weren't expecting him to run, and he gets a flag. I think we're going to have offensive holding. But Jeff Beck that time, a run all the way with Jude out in front blocking for him. Really a surprise call. He picks up about 6 yards, but Jim Johnson, I think it'll be for nil. I think it's offensive holding.
I believe you're right, or maybe a clip, from the initial indication of the official. But it will be against Tipton. So, like you said, Jeff Beck's 6-yard run will be 4-0.
Surprise call.
Very
Boy.
surprise call. That was called in the huddle. Beck, no attempt whatsoever, just spun and tucked it in and was going.
And he did a good job of running the ball, but it's going to be called back. You still like the Irish, the 46-yard, 47-yard line. Aaron Toll slot to the right side. Pro set formation with Pierce and Jude in the backfield. Beck drops back, the classic drop back passer, looks downfield, cannot get the ball away, finally scrambles for his life. There's a flag down, but he completes a pass to David Kurtz, and David Kurtz is loose. He's at the 20, he's at the 10, and finally brought down at about the 8-yard line. But we have a flag down back here. A flag down here, and it's going to be holding against Tipton, is what you call, Jim?
I believe it will be holding, maybe illegal use of hands, but this penalty will be against the Tipton Blue Devils.
Boy, what a job Jeff Beck did that time, because they had him for a loss of about 12 yards. He got away, and the amazing thing is he kept his cool, looked at 2 different, maybe 3 different receivers, and finally chose David Kurtz. This kid's a good quarterback.
Jeff Beck was thrown for a loss, and I'm not so sure that play shouldn't have been whistled dead right there as he was in the grass, but the official chose not to. But we do have a penalty flag down. It will be against the Tipton Blue Devils.
2 straight holding penalties against the Blue Devils, Jim. Will take the ball. They had it 1st and 10 at the Alexandria 44-yard line. Now 2 straight penalties is going to put them in about a 1st and 20 or make it a 1st and 30 situation.
Might even have an illegal receiver downfield as long as it took to set up. But from where it was thrown, I would imagine it'll be a holding call.
Yeah, I guess they listen to the cheerleaders down there doing that old push 'em back yell, you know, and boy, I'll tell you what, they're doing a heck of a job of it right now, because they are really marching backward down the field. 5:28 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Alexandria trails Tipton 21-7, but right now the officials' flag and the violations on the offense of Tipton have been the biggest defensive plays the Tigers have been able to come up with.
Fred Avon very boisterous there, of course, as he saw it. That basically the penalty was right in front of him, and they're still talking it over with Alexandria.
Well, Jeff Beck, the fine quarterback from Tipton, has been up and he has talked to the officials. We'll see what they're going to mark off. The flag is down. Tipton is backed way up. The ball is going to go that way. They still have made no movement at all. What's the call, Jim?
The original line of scrimmage.
Brought it back to the original line of scrimmage. Did it slip out? Boy, Fred Avance down there, and I think he's got a good case. He is down there really arguing. But you don't argue with the judge, the field judge.
Greg Clark, one of the captains on the Alexandria defense, talking with the official now as they're trying to figure it out.
Well, this is what bothers me, because if
really know what the heck is going on.
Now they've confused me and they've confused you, and anytime they confuse you as smart and intelligent and as wise and knowledgeable as you are, Jim, they've done a tremendous job.
I think they're just going to play it over.
Going to play it over. 1st down, 20 yards to go. Draw play. Going to be Pierce. Jumps one man, hurdles another, moves the ball back to midfield at the 50-yard line. A gain of about 4 for Eric Pierce. 5'11", 165 pounds. He's just a junior, and he is a good back, Jim.
Excellent running back, and I think everyone's just real confused right now. The ball teams don't know what's going on, and the officials don't know what's going on, and the coaches are trying to figure out what they're going to do.
And I'm sleeping. Just throw that in there. I've had a rough one. 4:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Taking a long time to play this ball game tonight. Here come the Blue Devils. Pro set formation. Beck back, looks downfield, better get rid of it, and he can't. He's sacked. A big defensive play, and coming up the bottom of the pile, I think it's going to be Jeremy Johnson or Craig Eden. Who is it?
It hit very hard. It was number 87, Jeremy Johnson, down there, and Beck thrown for about a 6-yard loss.
Great big play for the Tigers. 3rd down. Boy, I'll tell you what, you almost have a calculator to figure this one up. We'll see what Garth Cohn puts up on the board. We'll watch him put it up for a 3rd down and what? 21 yards. They did have the ball inside Alexandria territory at the 44-yard line. Now they're all the way back to their own 44-yard line. 3rd down to go. Starting the pro set, now they flank. Beck looks downfield, and he's hit and hit again. The Tigers coming up with another defensive play, and he fumbles the ball.
And that
We've got
will
penalties
be against
down.
Tipton as Jeff Beck threw the ball out of bounds.
Boy, I'll tell you, we talk about how smart Beck is and the plays he's made tonight, but that play there, I'll tell you,
Jeff Beck was going down, and he was trying to act like it was a fumble, and he's
On the field.
And that would have been, but you know, he was in the grass. They should have called the ball dead way, way before they did. And that's going to move the ball all the way back to the 33-yard when he threw the ball like he did. Sam Muller. No, is it? That's Green. Brad Green in.
$79 a month. You'll find these and other great cars at Quality Old's GMC Truck, 1430 North Baldwin, Marion. Quality, our name says it all.
In the direction of Waymeyer to the left side across the 40-yard line, brings it back up to the 43-yard line. Gary Waymeyer advancing Brad Green's punt to the 43-yard line. The Tigers' 43-yard line, where they'll put the ball in play. They're 14 points down with 3:35 left to go in the third quarter. It's 21-7. Need the points right away, Jim.
That's right, and Alexandria in excellent field position. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Put an offensive series here, and still 3:35 to go in this third quarter. This is WAXT Alexandria, Anderson, Muncie.
9:04 the time. 3:27 left to go to the third quarter. The Tigers need to get back in it. They trail by 14. Pro set formation. Wing right. Hand off to King. Make that, and Eden the ball up to just shy of the 50-yard line. Call it the 48-yard line. Nice gang there by Craig Eden. Make it 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Eden picking up 5 yards. He's been a workhorse tonight, Jim.
Craig Eden's carried the ball 12 times tonight now for 43 yards.
12 for 43. A little over 3 a carry. Anxious for Jerry Keesley, the coach at Westdale, to give us a call tonight. Boy, you're talking about rushing the ball. 5.6 yards a rush for those Warriors. Eden again across the right side of the line. Moves it up, going to be across the 50-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball. Very close to a 1st down from where it is. One of the Alexandria Tigers linemen moved it about 3 yards downfield there at the bottom of the pile. Now they come up and mark it, and I think he's going to be about a half-yard shy. 3rd down, less than a yard to go. The clock runs at 2:15. Third quarter, 21-7. Tipton leading Alexandria. Bringing the play in for the Tigers is going to be Jeremy Johnson. Here they come to the line of scrimmage. They're at the Blue Devil 48-yard line. Pro set formation. Wideouts to each side of the field. To the near side is going to be Darren Key. Hans keeps the ball himself, moves to the 1st down, and moves down to about the 45-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 yards to go. He moves that ball when they need a yard or two, does a good job to either side of the center, Jim.
Does an excellent job, just a strong running back, and Alexandria needs to get down the field and score here, so and then hold Tipton on defense.
What makes you think that Notre Dame is going to beat Miami?
Because Miami has to go up there and play at Notre Dame.
Okay. Thank you.
And Lou Holtz.
And the Leprechauns. Here come the Tigers. Pro set formation. Fake to one back. Finally gives the King, and he's going to be brought down to the backfield. Rushing in there for Tipton. Big defensive play is going to be Rich Pettigo. The 2nd big defensive play we've seen Pettigo move tonight. Anytime you catch Brett King in the backfield, you're really getting a tremendous jump off the snap.
Well, Brett King, there's nowhere to go. That's the 2nd big chance that Pettigo's taken in this 2nd half, and that's twice as paid off for him at blitzing in from his linebacker position.
Do you try to catch him cheating and call something in his area, Jim? Can you catch him cheating?
No,
you catch him on,
from
do you
the way
catch
they
him?
stunt and then move around on defense. I don't know that they can.
Okay, you never know when he's going to, charge through there on the blitz.
About the only way maybe if Mark Hans catches it out of his eye. And
Few audible, so I guess he'll just sit there and get away with it all night long. Here come the Blue Devils again. Pardon me, the Tigers. Hans back, looks outside, throws downfield, and the pass intended for Travis Garrett, I think, is going to go incomplete. Garrett was the intended receiver at about the 35-yard line. Pass well thrown, pass well defended also. Clock stopped, 54 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Tigers 7, the Blue Devils 21.
Excellent defensive coverage for Tipton by Steve Ripberger. And it's going to be 3rd down and 12 now for Alexandria.
Got to pick up the 1st down. I'll tell you, if you let Tipton have the ball again, the way they move the ball, hang on. Of course, the last time they weren't very successful. They kept making a lot of miscues, had 3 successive penalties called against them. Here come the Tigers, pro-I formation. Mark Hans finds the ball. looks downfield, drops back. Now he has to scramble, sprints out to his right. A flag is down. Haas running for his right, tries to get out of bounds. It finally does. He brings the ball to the 45-yard line, a gain of 2 yards. We've got a flag down, and I think you're looking at a hold this time, Jim.
Definitely a holding from where the flag was
Against the maroon and gold.
from where the flag was thrown. You're right, and the official out there and in the middle area of the field throws the flag.
Shane Griffin of Tipton, a 5'9", 165-pound junior. He indicates the call will go against the Tigers, and it is. And it's going to be a punting situation because they're going to deny the penalty, Jim, and make Alexandria kick the ball away.
Jamie Glass will come out to punt with 46 seconds to go in this third quarter. Tipton up on Alexandria, 21-7.
I look all along for Brett King to be some kind of a pass receiver, bringing him out from the backfield on some kind of a pattern. You know, I tell you, you have to get the ball in his hands. He's exciting, and he's fun to watch run the ball.
Has excellent speed, and we've seen Tipton use that play quite effectively tonight. Eric Pierce has swung out of that backfield on numerous occasions, and Jeff Beck's been able to pick him up for some nice gains.
46 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Tipton 21, Alexandria 7, fourth down. And about 14 yards to go for the Tigers. They'll have to punt the ball away. Jamie Glass into punt. Jude, Pierce, they're the deep man for Tipton. The last punt Glass had, not a very good punt at all. Let's see what Jamie can do this time. He gets it away. It's a high one. It's a good one. And it's going to go into the end zone and bounces out at the 1-yard line. And the ball goes into the end zone. So Tipton will put the ball in play. First down and 10 from their own 20.
39 seconds to go in the third quarter. Alexandria's defense.
If they can't stop them down here, the drives of the Tipton offense so far tonight have really been great. They eat up a lot of time on that clock. Jude, the lone back. Pierce comes in motion behind Beck, and Jude gets the call across the right side, and he keeps his feet, moves up across the 25-yard line, running. I tell you, the balance of Jude that time, unbelievable, running almost parallel with the ground, it seemed like, real low to the ground, and he's going to pick up 5 yards on the play. Second down, 5 yards to go. The ball just across the 25, make it the 26-yard line. Jude's carried the ball, what, 7, 8 times?
It's carried 7 times now for 54 yards.
Aaron Toll comes out of the Blue Devil lineup as Coach Mike Toll sends a play in. I don't know what the officials are talking about now. I didn't see any flag. That's going to be in. I know what they're talking about. They're going to be in. That's the end of the third quarter. It's all over. We'll be back. The passing was Beck has been excellent, but like Jim Johnson says, you lead by 14. The opening play of the fourth quarter, you're going to try and run some of that clock off. 3 receivers to the left side of the field. Jude gets the call around the right, breaks back through the middle, and here he comes. He's across the 35-yard line, works his way up to about the 38-yard line. Mike Jude doing an excellent job that time. The line of scrimmage was the 20, moves the ball up to about the 38-yard line, a gain of 18. Mike Jude doing an excellent job of cutting back across the grain net and picking up. Wide to the left side, their fine receiver, David Kurtz. Pro set, Jude, Pierce in the backfield behind Beck. Wide receiver to both left and right. It's going to be Jude again, and Jude across the right side of the line on a counter play. Moves up right to the 45-yard line, a gain of about 7 on the play. Second down. Make it 4 yards to go, gain of 6, second and 4. 11, 12, second and 3. Take your pick. 11:24, clock running, left to go in the ball game. Alexandria trailing Tipton 21-7. Blue Devils on the attack once again. David Kurtz wide to the right. Aaron Toll comes to the left side. Pro set formation. Jeff Beck, the quarterback, has Pierce and Jude behind him. Looked like he fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball, and Alexandria saying they haven't, the Tigers do. Beck fumbles the ball. Alexandria comes up with it at their own 45, at the Tipton 45-yard line. Now, if you're an Alexandria fan, Jim Johnson, that's the big defensive break that they needed right there. That's the break we talked about that the Tigers had to have. We'll see what the Blue Devil defense can do with the Tiger offense.
Going to take over an excellent field position. First and 10 from the 46-yard line of Tipton. That's a first turnover on the Tipton Blue Devils tonight.
Boy, played a lot of minutes not to turn that ball over. Less than 11 to go in the game. 21-7. Elwood. Pitch back this time to King. Across the right side of the line. He breaks 1, 2, 3 tacklers and moves down to about the 41-yard line. And we've got a flag. Late hit of the face mask. What is it?
I believe they're going to call it a late hit.
I thought they called him for hugging the way he was doing there. You know, I couldn't catch the signal, but it's going to go. No, it's going to go against the Alexandria Tigers. I thought it was going to be against Tipton too. The Tipton's fans are elated because that is going to be against the Tigers. King picking him about 4 yards on the play. Now they'll have to move the ball back. Wait for the signal here. What's Elwood have?
Tipton has 30 yards.
I've got
3
my mind on
penalties
that
for
game.
30 yards.
Got my mind on that game. We don't have any Elwood has. Pro I formation. Here come the Tigers. Hans this time draw play to King. And King is going to be thrown for about a 2-yard loss.
King
Rich King.
Rich Pettigo up there real quick.
Boy.
Blitzing linebacker, taking another chance. And Mark Hans just not picking that up at the line of scrimmage and checking off.
Rich Pettigo, 6 foot, 185 pound senior for the Blue Devils, and boy has he been instrumental in their defense tonight. I think that's the 3rd time that I recall, at least 3 times, Jim, where he has been on that blitz and he's been able to get in there and get to the either Mark Hans, the quarterback, or to the tailback before they can go anywhere.
Going to be 2nd down and 23 now for the Alexandria Tigers.
Okay, here they come. Jeremy Johnson to the near side of the field. Pro I formation behind Hans in the Alexandria backfield. Mark Hans back, looks downfield, keeps looking at the one receiver, and he's hit. Mark Hans is hit. They finally blow it dead about 3-4 seconds after they should have blown it dead. And he's going to lose a ton of yardage that time. Going to be from about the 42-yard line. They're marching backwards to about the 37-yard line. 3rd down, 27 yards to go. And Jim Johnson, the excellent pass defense that Alexandria was able, or pardon me, pass blocking they were able to have in the first half of letting Mark Hans have a little trouble, a little time to throw the ball. Tipton really putting a lot of pressure on him.
Number 60, Eric Miller, defensive tackle for the Tipton Blue Devils, doing a good job getting back there to Hans.
Darren Key wide to the right side. Hang on. Here comes Alexandria. They need a big play. Draw play. No, he fakes it. Mark Hans rears back, throws the ball, and it's, not hit. And I think there's a late hit there. They didn't call it. Pass intended for Gary Waymeyer. And they say that the Tipton defender was going right at Waymeyer just as the ball went out of his hands. Looked like it could have been a little late. But, hey. We're just sitting up here, and did you ever officiate a football game? I'm not licensed to do that, and I did officiate basketball, and I can still do that because I am a basketball official, but football I can't. I won't argue with no calls.
No, I'm not a licensed football
You're
official.
a licensed swimming official, weren't you?
Swimming and volleyball.
Swimming and volleyball. Okay. Well, we sure need to help you. Help us out when we play Burris Monday night. You bring your shirt over, and we'll put you right out there.
Still have it, you know.
Yeah, you be one line judge, and I'll be the other. Glass gets a kick away. It's a can of corn. He kicks it a half mile up and a half mile down, but he does get kind of a Alexandria roll, and the ball is finally going to be hit at about the 44-yard line of Tipton. Great field position, 21-7. Tipton leading the Alexandria Tigers. 8:41 left to go in the ball game, and you can almost put the Prince to bed right now. Almost put him to bed.
Well, the way Tipton's been controlling the ball in this second half, they've put, of course, 7 points on the board. The only 7 points of this half, but basically control the line of scrimmage both ways.
They've been tough on the offensive line up front. They've, I'll tell you, some good kids up there. We'll call out some of those numbers in just a minute. One of them, Sam Matthews, he's doing a heck of a job for the Blue Devils. Kurtz in motion to the right side. Pro set formation. Beck is going to throw the ball. Fakes once, pumps, cuts loose, throws, and it's going to be intercepted. He threw it right into the hands of a Tiger. We're waiting to see he gets up. Who does it? Who intercepts the pass?
Number 19, Aaron Gilman on the interception.
We've got a flag down the field, but Beck at time threw it right into Gilman's hand after, he had a great first half. Here in the second half, he's made some decisions, Jim Johnson, that, you just have a hard time figuring out why he's doing them.
Tried to strong arm that ball, pump faked it, decided didn't want to throw it, and then not enough arm to do what he wanted to do.
Good pump fake. Isolated the linebackers, held them right in their position, and then could go nowhere at all. And it's going to be holding against the Tigers, against the Blue Devils. So the Tigers, they'll decline it. They'll get the ball. Aaron Gilman coming up with a big interception. Alexandria is still in the ball game. 8:13 left to go in the game. They trail 21-7. Tipton with the lead, and the ball at the 49-yard line. The thing is, you don't try and get it back all at one time here. Why not use the 2-minute drill right now? Because you got 8 minutes to go. Is that why you don't use it? Use
Guess
those
that's what
patterns.
it is.
Yeah, use those patterns. I think it's good. Mark Hans now with the ball. Gives to Brett King across the left side. No, that's going to be Craig Eaton. Craig Eaton, the ball carrier, moves for 2 yards. Going to be second down, 8 yards to go. Now the clock is running. They've got to pick up 14 points and pick them up very, very quickly. Darren Key brings the play in for Coach Fred Avant. Jeremy Johnson to the sideline. Remember, following tonight's football game and following the game on where's Dave Allen them at?
HBU. They're at Madison Heights as entertaining Pendleton Heights.
Right. Both Heights playing. Now the handoff to King, and King can go nowhere at all. He's thrown for, make it about a 4-yard loss back to the 50-yard line. Brett King losing 4 yards. And Jim, he had a good rushing total going into at halftime. But since halftime, he has really been held in check.
Last 4 times he's touched the ball, he has lost yardage. The last 5 out of the last 6 times he has lost yardage.
Tigers need the big play now. Third down, 11 yards to go for the first down. The clock running right under 7 minutes. Hang on. Here comes the Tigers back in action. Travis Garrett to the right. Hans on a draw play. Hands off to Brett King. And Brett King gets, well, back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Fourth down. What do you do here, Jim? You got fourth down, 12 yards to go. 4th and 12. The clock running at 6:33. You punt the ball away, I guess.
Jamie Glass will punt, and his last couple of punts haven't been very good. Been hitting them off the side of his foot. 6:24, and the clock moving 21-7. Tipton up on Alexandria.
Back deep, Lauren Weeks, a junior, along with Eric Pierce, who is another junior for Tipton. They've got some young players in that lineup. Glass getting ready to punt the ball away. Gets the foot in it. He gets it away this time. It's a good one. The ball comes down at the 20, rolls inside the 10, now inside the 5, where it's finally down. They'll put it right at the 5-yard line. So Jamie Glass doing an excellent job. The kick for about the 50-yard line down to the 4-yard line. 46. See if they come out with some of those wide formations. Now they're keeping up. They're going to keep 2 players in behind Jeff Beck in the backfield. 5:40 left to go in the game. Tipton 21, Alexandria 7. A pitch back to Pierce across the right side, and he's got some running room. Finally tossed out of bounds, and he comes up across the 10-yard line, close to the 15-yard line. That's the kind of running you want to see, but dangerous on a pitch back. Never thought they would pitch back that close to their own end zone.
Eric Pierce doing a good job getting to the outside. Mike Jude leading the way around that right side. Going to pick up of about 9 yards, so 2nd down and 1 now for Tipton.
2nd and 1, the clock continues to run right at 5 minutes left to go in the game. Alexandria must force a fumble right now. They got to come up with that big defensive play. Came up with it a few moments ago and intercepted the pass. Then they were unable to move the ball. Reminder, Hoosier Hysteria, pigskin style, follows tonight's broadcast. I'll hustle my way back down Madison Avenue to get there. We'll be talking sports to all you fans following tonight's ball game. Beck looks out, throws the ball complete to Jude. He has the first down as he moves up to about the 22-yard line. Beck to Jude, first down, the ball at the 22. I thought they'd run it out, Jim. Thought they'd try to run it out. Now they have the first down. They're a little more comfortable. They get out to their 22-yard line. Tipton tonight, their offense, they have mixed the plays so well. They've looked very, very excellent.
12 first downs in this ball game now for the Tipton Blue Devils. 6 of them on the ground, 6 of them through the air.
Yep, that shows you right there just what kind of offense you've had. A great offense. Kurtz wide to the left. Jude, Pierce in the backfield. We've got movement.
He's going to be called against 54, Rich Pettigo, the right offensive guard for Tipton.
No wonder he's been in that Alexander backfield so quick all day and night. You know, all night long he's been back there, and that time he got caught. But Rich Pettigo is a senior, 6 foot, 185 pounds. He's a tough football player and just about as fine as a lineman you want to see both offensive and defensive wise.
We need to tell him, Coach Toll's probably going to say when he watches the game film, saying you weren't blitzing there, Rich.
Yeah, that's what he did. He thought he was on defense that time, and hey, he was moving, but moved a little too quick. He slowed up when he didn't see the quarterback's number over their tackle that time. He said, hey, I'm on defense. He hangs back in there, and here come the Blue Devils on the attack. They lead by 14 with 4:20 left to go in the game. Jeff Beck yells something out to Aaron Toll, who's wide to the right side. Juday in motion to the left, the pitch back. No, Beck keeps it. Good call. Take the pitch back, kept it. He moves for a first down as he gets up across the 25. You're making it right at the 25-yard line. Jeff Beck moves for a first down for... No, they had the penalty there, didn't they? Excuse me. They had the penalty. That's my mistake. Moves the ball up. Going to make it second down. 7 yards to go. My mistake. I forgot to figure the penalty in there, Mr. Johnson. But good call by Jeff Beck, faking the pitch out to Juday, who was going to the right, kept the ball himself. All they have to do is pick up this first down here, and it's good night, Sweet Prince. It's all over. The Alexandria defense has to force something here. Still time, but they have to force a turnover real quick. Beck looks out, throws out, completes the ball to David Kurtz, and David Kurtz gets across the 30-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go, and we can almost put the Prince to bed. Jack Powers comes in, and the final score, Elwood 22, Mississinawa 21. What about that? Excellent. That's for the Central Indiana Conference title, isn't it?
Sure, it was an excellent football game, just as close as everyone expected. Elwood over Mississinawa 22-21. I'm sure Mark Hughes will give you a call tonight, too.
Oh, Mark Hughes will be later tonight. I'll tell you, he'll be talking to us on Hoosier Hysteria. Right now, we have 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. 21-7. Tipton leading the Alexandria Tigers. Pro set formation, slot left. Beck to Juday on the carry across the right side. He picks up maybe 1 yard as he gets up to about the 36-yard line before he is finally stopped. What have they done to the line markers here? They're not standing up anymore. We can't really tell where they are. This is making things difficult. Well, Jim Johnson, you're going to come up and eat pizza with me after the game?
I'll be up there, sir.
You'll be up there? Are you sure they're going to deliver pizza tonight?
No, I don't know. I haven't decided on your behavior yet.
Oh, you're the one that makes the decision whether we have pizza or not? You're the one that makes... You're...
Maybe if you're nice to Cheryl, she'll get you a pizza.
I was very nice to Cheryl, I thought, last week, and I'll be very nice again. And Sean and Jimmy Hawk, that's my pet who will be there tonight. 2 minutes to go in this ball game. And it's going to be over with. Jeff Beck for Tipton drops back, looks off one receiver, throws, and throws complete to Aaron Toll on the right side.
Pass is complete to Toll.
Short of the first down. He gets out of bounds with 1:53 left to go in the game. They're going to be shy of that first down, but Beck really coming back, throwing the ball well. And what confidence he has, Jim Johnson. He's about as confident a quarterback as you'll see. What's he got now?
Pickup of about 5 yards on that play. Beck on the evening is only 4 incomplete passes. He's 15 out of 19 on the evening.
15 out of 19 was 10 of 12 at the half. Boy, what a job he's done. Pro set formation. They'll run the clock out now. Going to be, hang on, it's Pierce or Juday. We want to call it. We find out which one of them is going to be Juday. And Juday is going to be shy of the first down, give him 1 yard on the carry, bring up a fourth down situation, and we'll see what they're going to do. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I know what they're going to do. Alexandria is going to take a timeout. Well, they take one, we'll take one too. We'll be back. You're listening to words of wisdom up, you know, and to talk about. Dave tried to disclose at least one of the schools in Anderson last week. We'll see what he has to do tonight. Tipton with the ball, fourth down, 1 yard to go. Beck keeps it himself, picks up the first down, and first down and more. He moves across midfield down to the Alexandria 47-yard line. They'll stop the clock to move the chains, then they'll crank it up and go again. And good night, Sweet Prince. That sealed her right there, Jim. I think it's been sealed a little bit before that, but that just really seals it up. Reminder, next week we'll be at Elwood when the Alexandria Tigers go over there to open up sectional play against the Elwood Panthers, and looking forward to seeing another good ball game. See Mark Hughes and Fred Avant's teams go at it again.
That's right, and it'll be second time this year, of course, and Elwood coming off that big win over Mississinawa, 22-21, and Mark Hughes will probably let him celebrate tonight, and then tomorrow it'll be back to business.
Back to business. Let the kids celebrate tonight, get back to business. Pro I formation. Well, who's going to run it now? Clock just running. Beck will grab it, go down to one knee, stop the play, slot left formation. Beck's back there. They're going for more. He looks downfield, completes the pass to Aaron Toll, and Aaron Toll, great open field tackle that time, and it's going to be by Todd Breeze, I think, is the gentleman who made the tackle. Todd Breeze making a one-handed tackle, got a hold of it. What's the idea? You're leading 21-7 with 47 seconds to go in the ball game. Come out throwing the ball.
Pickup of only 2 yards. If Aaron Toll would have headed straight upfield, he would have had about at least an 8-9 yard pickup, but he came back and only pickup of 2. Second down and 8 now for Tipton with 30 seconds to go in the ball game.
Trying to pour a few points on the board there. Pour it on. Is that what you do? Oh, well.
I imagine
hope you can talk to Mike Toll in the post game and ask him about that.
Imagine Mr. Beck will go down on one knee this time.
That's what I thought the last time. No, he's coming back out, and he's still throwing the ball. It's going to be a screen pass, and the screen pass is almost intercepted. Can't figure the logic here at all. Can you, Jim, in all reality, can you figure out what the logic is here? You're leading by 14 with 11 seconds to go in the game. You throw 2 consecutive passes.
Trying to set up the screen pass there. Alexandria read it perfectly, broke it up. So we'll have at least one more play. 11 seconds to go. Tipton up 21-7.
Well, you know, if they went through it twice, so they'll try and go for it again. You might see a Hail Mary down the end zone. Freddie will be out there. He's got to go out there. Let's see what they do. I'll bet they're throwing it again. Nope, this time they run Jude across the right side, and that should do it. Oh, look at him go. And he's down inside the 30, all the way down to the 25, finally brought down. They'll blow it dead now with 3 seconds to go. First down, 10 yards to go. They get 2 passes. They can't complete them. Now they come back with a run to Jude, 21-7 with 3 seconds left to go in the game. I thought they had him at the line of scrimmage. Jude is a very deceptive back, a very good back, Jim.
I believe they're just going to let it run out now as Jeff Beck's over congratulating the Alexandria Tigers and shaking hands with them, and this ball game's over.
It's over. The final score, Tipton 21 and the Alexandria Tigers 7. Well, Jim, the post-game festivities are all up to you because I've got to crawl in my machine and I have to go to Anderson to host Hoosier Hysteria. So I'll see you, and please call the fine people, have them deliver me some pizza because I'm hungry.
Mr. Black's going to head back to get ready for Hoosier Hysteria. That's coming up at 10 o'clock. We'll be back with some final game statistics and hopefully talk with Coach Fred Avant and Mike Toll, and that's all coming up right here on WAXT.
If you're a pretty knowledgeable sports guy or